Yes, guys, welcome back to Pure Coys TV. I have 4 stories for you today, and stick around because the last story might be the biggest of the lot. Guys, let's get straight into the news. And the first bit of news is regarding one of our youngsters. It is Will Lancashire. Breaking Middlesbrough are in advanced talks to sign the Tottenham striker Will Lancashire on a permanent deal. Now, that's a bit of a shock for me, I must admit. Lancashire, in my opinion, was one of our most talented youngsters and somebody I could actually see maybe breaking into that first team this season. But it looks like he's on his way. I personally, worst case scenario, would have loaned him out for another year. But Spurs, they are being ruthless, and it looks like Lancashire is off to Middlesbrough on a permanent deal. Spurs looking for a buyback clause of the same amount that they sell him for, and I think they're talking around £10 million. We will see what happens there, guys. But let me know what you think about Will Lancashire, one of our most talented young strikers, being sold to Middlesbrough. Personally, I would have rather we sold a Scarlet first before a Lancashire. But it's all opinions, guys. Let me know what you think about Lancashire going to Borough. And the next story is a potential player in. Is not going to happen by the looks of it. And this is Creepy, the player that we have been chasing all summer. And it reads as follows. Sorry, Tottenham Hotspur, Arsenal, Man City, Ellie, Junior, Creepy reps and family have told everyone that there is no price he will be sold for this summer. Spurs have him near him, top of the wish list, but will have to wait until 2027. So no Creepy this season for Spurs. They will have to change their focus, move it on to somebody else. Who? Well, I guess we will find out within the next 6 or 7 weeks, guys. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think about Creepy. The fact that he is off the table. He is not coming to Spurs. End of story. That's done. We move on, guys. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think about Creepy. The next story is about coaching staff coming in, and De Zerbi reshaping his backroom staff. Let's have a look at what this says. Breaking news, Tottenham have confirmed the appointments of 4 coaches to Roberto De Zerbi's staff. And it is as follows. Let's see if I don't butcher the names. Andrew Crofts is assistant head coach. Ali James, head of medical services. That was nice and easy. Tom Tumerson, head of athletic development. And Agostino Tibiadu, I don't know, strength of conditioning coach. So Roberto De Zerbi getting his backroom staff together only can be a good thing, I guess. We will see what happens going forward. But the backroom staff has changed at Tottenham. Roberto De Zerbi has got his men in. Guys, before we get to the last story, if you're enjoying the content, if you're still here, please like, please subscribe to the channel. Really would mean the world. Hit that bell notification so you know when all of my content is about to drop. I am growing ever so slowly. And it's all thanks to you guys. Keep on hitting that like, keep on subscribing. Let's get into the last story. This is what we're here for, right? And it is this. Newcastle United are planning a sensational £90 million double move for Tottenham duo Lucas Bergvall and Jed Spence. Eddie Howe wants Bergvall to strengthen his midfield and sees Spence as the ideal replacement for Kieran Trippier. Spurs are reportedly demanding around 50 million for Bergvall and 40 million for Spence, with Newcastle preparing to test their resolve. Interesting one, guys. Interesting one. I brought the news yesterday that Forest were closing in on Bergvall, having 2 bids rejected already. And it looks like Forest are going to go in for him again with a 3rd bid this week. Told you yesterday the deal was almost complete. What do I know? Because today, apparently, Newcastle are readying a £90 million double swoop for not only Bergvall, but for Spence as well. Inter Milan also interested in Spence, but there's no way they can afford him, I don't think. Spence, who had a really good World Cup, a lot of fans demanding that he's not sold this summer. But I don't think it's more the club. I think it's more Spence. The club want to keep him, But if Spence wants guaranteed first team football, which let's be honest, he's not going to get at Spurs because Porro is going to be your first choice right back, and you would think Robertson or Dogie would be your first choice left back. If Spence wants guaranteed first team football, he may need to move for that. At the same time, if Spurs want to build a good squad and add good players to come off the bench, we really want to be keeping the likes of Spence. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Spence. Bergvall definitely looks like he's off anyway. Guys, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about the possibility of Spence and Bergvall being sold to Newcastle in a £90 million double deal. That would be great business. Spurs have brought in a lot of money from player sales. Not something we're used to at Tottenham, is it? We usually keep players and keep players and keep players until we get next to nothing for them at the end. So Spurs are being ruthless. We are, by the looks of it, getting rid of players for good prices. Lancashire, Spence, Bergvall could all be out the door this week. Let's see what happens, guys. Let me know what you think about all of those stories. Have a fantastic day. And as always, come on, you Spurs.